a training aid today. Now, training aids are something that I don't really use a lot, and I don't believe in a lot of them. But this one, I do think have some really good merits, which I'm going to explain in this video. And I've also got one, when I can get back out on the golf course, I'm going to do a video on chipping, and I've got a training aid for that is absolutely incredible. So definitely keep a lookout for that, but when we're going to get back out on the golf course, I don't know. But that one is a stunning training aid. I found that one over in America back in the 90s when I was over in Florida playing golf for 3 months. And I've had it ever since. I've loaned it to people, and everyone just can't believe how good that training aid is for your chipping. So, little teaser there, keep an eye out for that, but we have to wait till the golf course is open. But back to today, and the follow-on from yesterday's video on the takeaway is called the Swingyde. So it is literally just a piece of plastic that you bolt onto your club. Now, this training aid has actually been around for a long time. I remember being shown this, when I was, in my 20s, far too long ago, I care to remember. But it has stood the test of time, because basically what it does will never change, which is basically promoting the right action in your backswing. So if you suffer with a slice, for example, this can definitely help, without a doubt. It'll promote, because, we're going to do a video on how to cure a slice, but basically a slice is caused by so many different things. But basically it is the face being open in relation to your swing path which causes the left to right spin. And a lot of that is done by, obviously, what your club head and your club face does on the backswing. What this does is promote the correct action for your club head and your club face on your backswing. So basically what it is, you can see there that there's a little rounded, almost semi-hoop on the end. And you just take the club, grip it as normal, and as you take it away and your wrists hinge, that locks onto your forearm there, okay? And then it just holds and it maintains that angle. Now, if your takeaway is out of sync, like what we spoke about in yesterday's video, and you're getting too much of your wrists involved in the takeaway, like, I'll just come back a bit, like so, when your wrists go to hinge, it misses your forearm. And that's because your club face is in the wrong place in relation to your path and your swing. This helps stop that, okay? If you take this away and that locks onto your forearm, then you are getting the correct action on your backswing as far as the way that your wrists are hinging and the position of your club face on the way back. Because if your club face isn't in the right place, then you are not going to lock that onto your forearm. Okay, so you can hit full shots with this on, but I'd like to say that this is something that you want to use. It's kind of, I see it as something where you're going to build some muscle memory, okay? So yes, I do hit full shots with this on my club. And this is just one of my old wedges that I've got this permanently on. And every now and again, I'll come in and just do a little, session just using this. But to be honest with you, I'm not concentrating on hitting full out shots. All I'm concentrating on is hitting some nice, easy shots, but just making sure that I'm locking that on there and then I'm hitting through the ball. Not really worrying about how far the ball's going, how good the strike is. I'm just grooving that action, that correct action. So you just take your grip as normal. You can do a little practice if you want. And then just hit the shot. And you can see there, that's gone pretty much dead straight. And that's what this does promote. You feel it on the backswing there, you feel it hit your wrist. Doesn't hurt, not uncomfortable whatsoever. But then what that does then is it just locks that in position. And then when you come back through, so all the time your club face in relation to your path and the plane of your swing is correct, because this is holding it and placing it in the right place. It's a very, very, very simple but effective little training aid. Now, another thing that I tend to do is I have this in the house all the time. And when I'm, basically just in the front room and, the wife and kids are doing something else, I'll just pick it up from behind the curtain and I'll literally just do the action to where the wrists hinge and just repeat it and just do it and just keep repeating it. I'll do it 5, 6, 7 times and then I'll put it back behind the curtain again. Don't think about it. An hour and a half later, do it again. Make sure that you're not going to, knock the vase off the mantelpiece or anything like that. But all this is doing is it's just promoting muscle memory. If you just keep repeating that over and over and over again, you're not even hitting a golf ball, you're not even taking a full swing, you're literally just doing that first action on your takeaway. You do start to groove the right action through muscle memory, and that's where I think this Swingyde training aid can be very, very useful. And then when you come in here, because you've been doing that in the house for, I don't know, all week or whatever, when you come in here, you just naturally do that. It pushed that one a little bit. You just naturally do that. And then, of course, when you then put this down and you pull out your normal wedge or your normal iron, without realizing it, now you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're not thinking about that. You're just letting that muscle memory take over and don't think about it. And then there you go. So, like I say, I'm not usually one for training aids, but this one I do think is very, very good. And even better, it's extremely cheap. I think the Swingyde is about £20. There's loads on Amazon. There's actually a few imitations. I don't know, I've not tried those ones, but they look exactly the same. So you might want to try one of those as well. But if you get one and then just, have it in the house, just keep practicing that little wrist action, that movement, and then come in, hit some shots down on you. When you get to, the golf courses are open again, you can go to the driving range, take it. Don't try and hit full shots. That's not what we're interested in doing. We're just thinking about just grooving that action, just grooving that correct swing path, that correct plane, that correct action on the backswing. And this, without a shadow of a doubt, can help you do that. So there you go. The Swingyde training aid. Highly recommend,